Weaponization of ignorance. Our educational system is a miseducational system. They teach us to not know because they know that when we know, we will not let them do the things that they do. Knowledge is power. First of all, they removed history so that you would not know how you got to where you got. You will not know the origin or the root of your problems. And when you do not know why you are suffering, you will never have a solution to it. It's as simple as ABC. I don't know what will become of a people's future if those people do not take cognizance of their history. History is life. When we were in school, they said history is the root of politics and the fruit of tomorrow. If you do not know your history, you would. Bob Marley said, if you know your history, then you will know where you are coming from. You have to understand where your problem is coming from before you can fix it. That's why all the noise we make, all the rants, protests every day boils down to nothing because we do not know the root cause of our problem. And the educational system has shut us out of our history. Even a former vice president, Professor Yomi Oshibanjo, said clearly that we should forget about our history. Our history is full of dark things. Who told you those dark things are part of what made us? So let us understand how we got to do those dark things so that we should learn from them and start doing bright things. But they said no, history should leave our curriculum. It is in Nigeria that you tell someone that you are studying history in the university and they'll ask you, what are you studying? Why are you wasting your time? You know, that guy they call Indabuski or Dumeje, he was preaching to a congregation mentioning courses that you are not supposed to study. History was one of them. He said, what are you history of what? Mungo Park history. What are you doing with history? It is better for you to go and learn Baba. It was funny. We all laughed, but that was a very wrong teaching. The Ministry of Education has reduced cutoff for JAM cutoff. I remember when we were writing JAM, if you scored 250, they were looking at you like Olodo, you don't know anything. The standards were very high. But today, JAM, with a 100 cutoff points, you can get admission to study through JAM. In fact, in educational courses, College of Education, you do not need to write JAM. You do not need to pass JAM. It's just enrollment. Let my people go. People that will graduate to become teachers, there are no baselines for their qualification. Just come and pay school fees. That's all. Just come and pay school fees and start schooling. Then someone who is ignorant will now become your teacher. What will that person be teaching you? A person will be teaching you ignorance. It is as simple as that. And that is why the Olodo uprising will continue to go high. What will an ignorant teacher teach the children? Knowledge is power. They know that when we know, we are going to end there again. Look at the budget for education compared to the budget for pilgrimages. Look at what Alex Onya is doing in the educational sector. It doesn't get attention from government, but Pella has met with senators. Pella has met with governors. The standard for education is very low. They just recently increase WAEC fees from 27,000 to 50,000. They don't want you to afford basic education because they know that that is your key to liberation. Obasanjo once said, if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. To deliberately make education to be expensive so that they will say, if you think it's expensive, try ignorance. So this scheme has not begun today. It has been there for long. But education is not supposed to be expensive. In other countries, it is free. They will even be paying you to go to school because they know that education is the key to a successful society. But in our own case, the difference is in everything we do, upside down, opposite. Meanwhile, free education is in our constitution, but they put a political clause as at when due. It has never been practicable since. As at when practicable. They are deceiving themselves. When I wrote WAEC form was about 5,000 naira or less. Today is 50,000. How do people get money to buy forms? You want to cut them off from school and ask them to go and fry akara. It's a state scheme. Oh, look at me in darkness. I started with light, but now it's dark. No electricity. So a country that is dark, nobody can see. And then education that is supposed to be an enlightenment that will lit up your visions, they want to take it down too. So we'll be in total darkness, and then they will be running us down and doing us whatever. If we do not rise up against it, we will just keep complaining. When these situations have gotten to this level, it is left for the people to revolt.